right, it's Rob the Dark Sider back. Excuse the voice. I had a little minor knee surgery today, but coach tells me I'll be back for training camp. Just kidding, of course. The only thing I want to get back to with my knee is racquetball. Yes, I know, 1980. Shut up, whatever. Okay, so let's do a little draft talk. I know it's that time of year, not a lot to talk about. We'll probably do several videos on the draft, but that is what it is. This is what's going to happen. Current mindset on the draft. Current mindset. Last week it was different. This week shifted around a little. Okay, I started out wanting like a lineman or a lineman, whether it's defensive or offensive, and then a playmaker at 10. Get Zach some help, right? Then I kind of read up on Kyle Hamilton. The guy's like a generational talent. Here we go with that again, right? But he does seem to be. He's very versatile. He's ready to go. Yes, he's a safety, but if you read some articles on him, he would fit the Jets defense very well and be able to play a bunch of different positions. They can line him up anywhere. Then now I'm like, all right, offensive lineman for sure, because the two big pass rushers are not falling on us. And then what do you do at 10, right? So I'm kind of all over the place. One of the guys in the Jets Uncensored Darksiders group, Vinny Melapioni, Vinny, props to you, brought me up to speed on Sauce Gardner. All right, excuse me. I'm going to take a sip. These are uncut. I don't do that thing where you see me talk and then the thing jumps and I'm still talking about the same thing. Now, uncut, baby, uncut. I screw up, I keep going, or if it's that bad and it's close enough to the beginning, I just do it over. Uncut. So Vinny Melapioni brought me up to speed on Sauce Gardner. Of course, I'd heard of the guy, but read about him yesterday, and the dude's a stud in waiting. He doesn't make it out of the top 20, I don't think. I think he probably gets picked sooner than that. So do we want a stud corner at 10 instead of taking our chances on this Stingley guy with his injuries and everything else? How about Sauce Gardner at 10? What do we do at 4? Kyle Hamilton? Do I really want two secondary guys in the top 10? I mean, if it's going to help us, maybe. I would love to see an offensive lineman. I think you can still get a good receiver and a good offensive lineman in the second round if you want to spend that first pick on either a pass rusher or you do the Kyle Hamilton thing. So a lot of different things moving around now. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to see the Jets go defense, but at the same time, you need weapons for Zach. You need to get him some playmakers there. You need to protect them. You also need to get guys on defense who are not going to have Wilson be out there, 12 minutes a game and he's only throwing because he's down a bunch of points. You don't want Wilson back there having to deal with being on the field so much because the defense, not being on the field enough, I should say, because the defense is on the field so much with these 12 play, 8-minute drives that the Jets give up a lot. Or, of course, there's, one play, 2 minutes, and then Zach gets out there, whatever. Zach is not there yet. So we don't know that it matters whether we protect him, give him weapons, or stop other teams from scoring. But if you want him to get there, this is what you got to do. So I don't know which way to go. I know the Jets have 4 picks in the top 35. I am completely for trading one of the picks. Now, if you trade the 10 pick, you probably drop down 5, 10 picks, whatever it's going to be, and you get a second round pick for it. That seems to be somewhat fair value. Maybe you get a third if it's a big enough drop, but you're not talking multiple first round picks here. So if the Jets trade out of 10, which I'm all for, get themselves another second round pick, maybe a third next year, that looks nice. Then you got your 4th pick, and then 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever it is. A lot of talk about the Steelers jumping up from 20. So the Jets, from the Steelers probably get this year's first and a second and maybe like a third next year, or 2 seconds, something like that. It's not a big enough jump for multiple first. Now, if you want to trade the 4 overall pick and keep the 10, now you have 10 and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever it is. Now you're talking multiple first round picks. You get that pick that you trade for. You get at least another second, a third this year, something like that. 2 first round picks the next couple of years, because you got to assume if somebody's trading up to 4, they are looking for a quarterback. So it behooves the Jets for some of these quarterbacks to start to look good enough to go in that area. It's been a long time since quarterbacks didn't go 1-2, 1 or 2, I should say. This maybe could be the year, and the Jets are sitting in a nice position at 4 to be able to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, the Lions and Texans could arguably want a quarterback as well. So, the Jets may not get that opportunity. But, worst case scenario, we've got number 4, number 10 quarterbacks taken before us, and we get our pick of the litter at 4. So, a lot of different ways. If it's me today, I would look to trade 10 to go down a little bit, acquire another second round pick, and then take maybe a receiver at whatever pick they get from, after 10. And I'm really looking strongly at Kyle Hamilton right now at 4, unless one of the big pass rushers drops. But I think I'm looking at Kyle Hamilton, and I think we can get first round. I think we can get offensive linemen in the second round. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at today. And I would love if the Jets drop down to get Sauce Gardner at the whatever. 12, 15, 20, wherever they go. Guy who looks like a stud in waiting. And, the Jets haven't had a stud defensive anything in a long time. Revis, the last guy. And when was the last time the offense the Jets were playing against had to actually plan for somebody on defense? It's been a long, long time. Anyway, check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Comment here, subscribe to the channel, tell me what you think. What are you thinking for the Jets first round this year? You like the trade? You want the offensive lineman? You want to go offensive lineman? You want to go defensive back? What are you thinking? Leave your comments below. I look forward to them. All right, it's Rob the Darksider out.